Hi everyone, this is Doll here and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a lovely day. Today I'm going to be filming a video about the bags that I took on my recent trip to Asia. For those of you who don't know, I went to Asia pretty much for the month of November, and as I said, it was a really long trip. It was a whole month, and I had not a hard time, but I had a interesting time deciding which bags I was going to use, and I pretty much just want to share with you my reflections. Okay, so going on a long haul trip like that for a long time, I wanted to bring some of my nice things because I was going to go see relatives and visit some nice places, but I didn't want to carry my very best bags because I don't want to be worried about them the whole time. And so this is what I decided on bringing. So you can kind of see that over here, this overview. Okay, so the very first thing that I brought is the Prada wallet on chain. This was pretty much a no-brainer for me because I do use this quite frequently and because it really wears well. The chain strap is perfect for crossbody or over the shoulder for somebody who is 5'2". That's what I am, and I think that the leather has worn pretty well. But I feel like with Prada it is a little bit of a hit and miss sometimes. But this piece is pretty good. I've also added this little charm at the side here because it was just a little souvenir I picked up while I was in Japan, and I think it looks really cute together, but I'm probably going to take this off because it's interesting that I think that in Asia you can kind of get away with sometimes these cutesy things, but here I would definitely take it off. But I just wanted to show you that I did hang something on the side there. In the past, I already had accumulated a little bit of color transfer on the back, and I think that maybe it got a little bit darker this time, but I'm totally okay with that because I totally just want to use this bag, and it just works so well as a crossbody that you're just going to have to I feel like I just have to, live with it. So I don't think it's that bad. I think the leather is very smooth and glossy still, and there's just maybe a little bit of wear on the corners and on the back here. But I think that it was a really convenient bag to use because I was able to fit myself. I don't have it right now, but I was able to fit my cell phone in here, and that doubled as a camera. And then I was able to use all these different pockets to put the various currencies that I needed. And the biggest problem with this bag that I have when I use this here is that my car keys are pretty big and my house keys pretty big, but when I'm traveling I didn't have to carry those items, and so hotels usually gives you a card key, and so I was able to stick that in there. So really it was super convenient because now the key can fit in there as well, and I felt very secure with the 2 buttons. So I think overall this is really great for traveling, and it did give me pause because I recently did sell my black one. I was thinking, oh, the black one would be very convenient as well because you wouldn't worry about it. It'd have all of these benefits. It goes with everything, and you don't have to worry about color transfer at all. But really, I have a lot of wallet on chains, and so I'm happy that I have this one. Okay, the second bag that I used is this one over here. So I did need a black bag because as you know, I really like pink, but sometimes you just can't wear pink. It doesn't go with everything. And so I had this black bag here. Now, I know I haven't talked about this much at all, even though this is technically the picture for my Doll channel. And so this is the Prada Mini Dano Hobo bag. And at the time that I purchased this a couple of years ago, they were already telling me that they were discontinuing it. And really, when I started with Prada, I wanted sort of a basic black bag, and I thought this was it. It pretty much is the size of a Louis Vuitton pochette, but it fits a lot more because it's a lot wider at the sides. And yeah, I think that the leather has worn extremely well. It's definitely gotten a lot softer because this used to kind of be a little bit more structured, and now it's gotten a lot softer, but the leather feels so good. It's like this beautiful, thick, pebbled leather, and there's no rips or stains or anything like that. So very carefree bag. The only thing about this bag that I wish was different was I do feel like this kind of style with a thin strap is not always the most convenient. It does fit on my shoulder very well, but I thought it'd be nice if it had if there was a crossbody version, which is why on the trip I did buy the Gucci Disco bag here. If you look at the leather, they're very similar in the sense that they're very luxurious pebbled leather. I can see that the Prada pebbles are bigger and the Gucci one is a little bit more finely grained. So, but they kind of remind me of each other, and I really like both of them. So that's the bag that I used. And just so you guys know, I pretty much just had those 2 bags. And for my bigger carry-on bag, I decided to go non-designer. My initial plan was to use the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, but because I was going to be away for so long, and because it's very humid in Asia, I didn't want my straps on my Neverfull, the monogram one, to patina too quickly. And so I use my Victoria's Secret paint canvas bag, and I just pretty much use these two as accessories inside. So I almost use this kind of like a makeup pouch and this as a wallet. And when I went to my destinations and needed a little purse, I would just carry these. Okay, so that's those two. And then in terms of accessories, I did use my Louis Vuitton clay as a wallet. If I wasn't using this as a wallet and I was using this bag, I would use that there. And pretty much this looks fantastic. I use this a lot here as well. The one thing that didn't wear very well is this over here. So for those of you who don't know what this is the Louis Vuitton pochette that came with my Neverfull PM. And I sold the Neverfull PM, but I kept this because I kept my makeup in there. And I don't actually recommend that you keep makeup in this because it's very flat and the inside's not waterproof, but I didn't really want to buy another makeup case, and since I already owned it, I just kept it. And so I took it, you know, I've used it here and I took it on my trip, and I wasn't very careful with it. And you can kind of see that I've overstuffed it as well. But even so, I feel like Louis Vuitton pieces in the past were able to take more of a beating, because I had a Speedy from a long time ago that I felt like stayed in really good condition for a really long time, and I didn't particularly baby it in the beginning. And so I'm just going to show you what happened with this one. So pretty much it's the glazing on the sides, and I'm going to see if I can find it right here. I know my camera sometimes doesn't want to focus, but let's see if I can do this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the edging here, but the edge over here, there's a piece of the glazing that's coming off, like a really big piece right here. I'm flicking with my finger. Again, I don't know if that's clear. Like I'm flicking with my finger, so it reveals sort of like almost like a reddish brown undertone. I think it's focusing on my hand. Here it is, right here. So pretty much that's coming off right here. And if you look closely at the piping or the glazing on the top here where the zipper is, little pieces are coming off too, but this is the most obvious spot. So even though I wasn't really careful with this, for the amount of money that, you know, Louis Vuitton canvases, I feel like the quality has definitely declined. I feel like the glazing isn't as neat as it used to be. And maybe I was gonna take this for this video, but I forgot. But I have two clays from pretty much two different time periods. I had bought a clay for myself, and I got an identical one as a gift. And even like the alignment of the LVs is quite different. My first one is perfect, and the second one there's slight imperfections. And so also with the glazing, like for example, this one I think is from a while back. The glazing on this this generation of Louis Vuittons is perfect. Like I feel like it's nice and thick and neat. And then for this one, I feel like it's a little bit sloppy. And the fact that it is coming apart, I don't feel like that's, you know, that's not going to last a lifetime. And that's the hope, right? That these items will last a lifetime. So that does put me off a little bit with Louis Vuitton. I hadn't planned on getting any more canvas pieces anyway. I think the accessories should be fine, but I feel like, you know, it makes me worried about, you know, the Neverfulls I do have. So far, I've checked it and there's no issues, but I am wondering if I had actually taken on the trip, or even a shorter trip that maybe was a week or two, like will it hold up, right? And so I know some of you might say like, oh, go to the store and see if you can get this fixed, but I don't know at this point. Maybe I'll try to fix this myself because it's not an important piece to me really. But I'm just kind of making this video because I wanted to show you the wear and tear and what can happen with little pouches like this, or maybe even your actual handbags. And that's kind of a scary thought given the prices that we pay for this. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I hope I've explained everything, but if I haven't, then I can make another video or answer your questions below. But these are pretty much the bags that I took on my trip, and I think that for the most part they did wear well and it worked really nice for me. So I'm so happy that I was able to manage with such few items. Anyways, I will talk to you next time in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great new year. Bye.